my favorite games I ever played on the Sega Genesis is also on the Super Nintendo, the Smurfs. Yep, we're back to reviewing more of this, and I'll talk about the second game pretty soon. Anyways, you're playing a normal blue Smurf, or even though they don't explain who he is, why he's a playable character now. You're just playing the blue Smurf, who's avoiding hazardness, and then going to people's doorways and get to the very top collecting items, and you have to beat the time limit before it runs out. The Smurf game was you to save the other Smurfs that got kidnapped by Gargamel, and you have to travel all these levels deeper in the woods and avoiding like worms, porcupines, insects, even squirrels, because this is a kid's game after all. Classic platforming game that you've seen in many kinds of games before, where you can jump on enemies like Mario does, or throw an item at them. The game's pretty simple, all to talk about. Oh, because this is all you do in the game is just jump here and there, go further into the forest and get to Gargamel's lair in one piece. But if you lose all your lives, you're starting all the way back to the beginning, and then you have to use a password, which I usually do to get to almost to the end of the game. But later on, it'll become a little bit hard, because you only got 4 hearts and to keep your character alive. Not to mention challenging bosses, which you have to jump on springs and use a key to save the Smurfs that are trapped in cages. Not to mention you can play different Smurfs, and once you save them, you can play Jokey Smurf that can throw explosives. You can jump on ducks. You can throw your surprise gifts at them by easily blowing them up. Not only that, you can play different types of Smurfs trying to get this far into the game, and collecting the so-called Smurf berries. These for health. And then we're riding a raft, after avoiding hazards. Field. And you being a small Smurf, you have to avoid the huge raindrops. A bunch of insects trying to eat one tiny little blue Smurf on the menu. And I will tell you, it ain't easy. Also, that's creepy. And I think there was like about 20 or 10 stages in this game that you have to get this far in and try to get the very end of the levels. and just avoid falling from water. Because some smurfs can't swim. I don't know why video game characters, there's always had this thing about water, or always not having the chance to swim. It all seems to fall right in and you have to start all over. I'll give the game credit, the graphics are pretty good. And it's just like in the cartoon. The music just sounds a bit wacky. And it's meant for children. And like I said, you can play different Smurfs, including Rainy Smurf, or pulling a candle to dark places. Not really too much to say about the background, even though it was wonderfully done. They're actually alright for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. When you get to a bonus stage, you get enough extra lives. And that's pretty much all I can say. This is pretty much when the game gets a little bit too hard. But you avoid all these rocks are in their way, snowballs coming down, and there's a smurf mouth and face there. You avoid drowning. I could not get past this because it was so hard. So I kind of quit on the game because it was hard to see on the little PS X3. Yeah, that's what I play it on. And you finally get to Gargamel's lair, so you get trapped in a bubble. First you have to take out Asriel, and you play Greedy. You smurf to throw desert at him. And you get to the final boss, Gargamel, avoiding his head bird, Monty. And you finally save Smurfette. And the game comes to an end, saying, "Thank goodness we have found you, Smurfette. We thought we'd never see you again. We're together at last, so let's all go and smurf a little party to celebrate." That was Smurfs for the Super Nintendo. I would say the game is good. Sure, I could not beat it, but it's an alright game, actually. Just okay. But the sequel is slightly better. Sure, you can hear a little bit of voice acting when they say yippee every time they do something interesting. Not to mention they put this game on Mega CD to show cutscenes. Are actually well donely animated. You know, there's been lots of Smurf games, which I'll get to very soon. But for now, this game gets a 7 out of 10. It ain't the best platforming game I would enjoy playing. Well, for a kid's game, nonetheless, on how amazing the graphics look, I would say this game will probably be worth your money if you are a huge Smurf fan. But for me, I'd rather be playing it just once and never again. Don't get me wrong. I don't have the hatred of the Smurfs, but I do love the cartoons of the episodes based off the show. All I can say is, it's pretty much worth your time, and you can easily beat this game in probably a whole hour, because it is pretty long. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, and more views to this video, y'all. I'll catch you all in the next video, like I always keep telling ya. Like in the words of Porky Pig. That's all, folks.